Check, check, check. All right. No soldiers okay, no soldiers available. Post-traumatic squirrel disorder is affecting your entire unit. No one has shown up for duty. Intel suggests most of them are undergoing treatment with self-prescribed happy pills and recuperating downhive with their faction friends. They'll be back once they've run out of credits. So this is the state where everyone's been out in the field. They're either stuck out in the field or they're recovering. So you have recovery days. And yeah, when you get to this state, the only thing you can do is if you have people in recovery, you can just wait, and that advances time when. So I haven't actually been able to get the hive progression system into the game yet, but that will be coming as soon as I can take a holiday and work on the game. All right, here we go. So one day is recovered. It's the only choice I have, so let's see where the skills are. Okay, 2 and 3. Depends on what mission I want to play, as well. So I like going with the bolt action, depending on the gameplay on the map. So if I'm picking the bolt action, and if I know my maps, usually you go into a map and go, hey, it would be good to have this. First time you see the map, it'd be great to have that. I want to have more of a, so this is an idea I had. So when you select the mission, that you had a scout the area, with a drone, and that would burn X amount of resources, to send the drone mission out. So it would burn your energy source, which is of course the orbs. Yes, the orbs of pure delight in squirrel energy. Come on. Right. That's something I want to put in the game. The drone mechanics are there. It's just, I have to create the game state for that, or the game, rule set. Okay, anyway, no, that's not a good long-range map. Let's try to find something. That's close quarters as well. I should probably put a map size, or maybe some sort of, zone info, like click and it puts an overlay here that gives some particulars on the zone info. Again, I can always just go back and swap my weapons. So, I haven't played this map in a while. I haven't played the game in a while. I've just been so busy working, but, yeah. Go back. I'm going to do a property hunt. I'm going to want... I've got no levels in that. Close quarters. That'll have to do. What can I buy? Got nothing, no money. What can I sell? Don't have much. It's good to keep your resources. What's in the kitchen? I can make stuff in the kitchen. Increase health. Shish kebabs. Actually, you know what? I just had an idea for this UI UX. And this is also one of the reasons why I do these streams. So if I go back over and listen to it, I can tell myself my ideas, which is a solo developer trick. If you've got the time, you notice that when you rewatch it, there's a lot of things. So I'm thinking of shifting this whole panel down to the bottom left, so it gives you some more room, and you can then just click through these like this and not have it overlap. Should have thought of that 3 years ago. And not that there's much time. Okay, so it will go, oh yeah, that's obviously AI art. It's obvious, and I don't care. Okay. If I had $1,500 to spend on getting an icon set for all of it, I would spend that money. But So there's rarely any left over for game development. I wish I had the time. All it takes is time, really, and time costs rent and money and why am I even saying that stuff? It's obvious to everyone. State the obvious, Huck. All right. Squirrelmageddon and mushroom pizza. Why not? Jump velocity 120. I'm gonna order 2, 3. That'll do. Oh, this is the worst map to do that on. I'm gonna have to change the map. Okay, let's go. What's up? No, is it in my Discord?
Yes.
I shall watch it.
Watch it now.
I'm streaming now. I'm about to play a game.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, it's streaming.
Show them.
Hang on. No, my Discord's not open. It's not in my tray. And I'm not tabbing out. It's not happening, but I will check it out. Okay, accept. No. Ambushed while on routine. Mountain Pass. This one might be good. This is a huge map. Huge. Valley of the Squirrels. Yes. Just gotta get to these statues. And I'm gonna change back to So the goal is get the highest score you possibly can and get out. And get your skill points and levels and level this stuff up in the training so you can train weapons. You can gain one level, as a training. But if I was like level 2 and then I trained, it'd go to level 3. So sometimes waiting is good. And that'll do. Wait. Can I craft? I got some. What do I need? Proximity mines are always good. I got 47 of those. That's alright. Grenades, got 17 of those. I can't make any. Wait, I can make one batch. Makes 2 items. Okay. Ready to go. Now, the choices you make on these screens totally affects how the game's going to play. So, by praying and let's say making a tithing offering, this here's flips the game so they spawn pacified but then get riled up depending. Look, I'm not gonna give out the brain of the squirrel. You guys figure it out if anyone ever plays the game to try to figure it out. There's a lot of layers in there, and a heck of a lot of RNG. That's a high threat level. Pacified and reduce it. So when the threat level gets really high, you're going to want to really find Ratos pick up statues or clock the big blues. inspect each one. There's the intel. As soon as you do that, as soon as you've taken the orb, all the squirrels in the area basically target you. And that's just, I tried it out there, and the game's moving too slow compared to the process. To do. I forgot to eat all my pizzas. I prayed instead of eating the pizzas. Oh, no. I need to get the silvers. The only way is... I hate it when barrels don't explode. I guess, I need to actually re-hand place every single barrel, I think. This is a game, a lot of run away, and this map's great for the gliding. That's one of the reasons why I designed it like this. Is, the squirrels are no problem if you know how to handle them, which is run away from them. Choosing your battles. Okay. So that's 2 of 10. Look around for them too. And really, you don't want to come out shooting at the squirrels when your threat level is like at 5. Right. So it's a cat and mouse, a cat and squirrel. The squirrel has the advantage. I don't know. I just sort of like maps where you can jump around like this and climb and get to places and end up somewhere. And sometimes you find something, sometimes there's nothing. I want to make it more. While I can, it's just a little mental glider control. I mean, I wanted it to be arcade glider, like I wanted to be able to push, like, this whole thing of, it's actually, takes some skill if you want to, like, up in these situations where it's having those skills is important. Where's the silvers? There's got to be a few around. Ah, there's one. not that much strategy to. I mean, yeah, it's a chaos shooter. I just like it because it keeps me on my toes. It's not an endless. It's not predictable. That was the main thing, is that it's completely unpredictable. Like, if you have a plan to get a high score on a map, you'll actually likely get it because you have a plan. Oh shit. Those are the best moments right there. For me anyway. Right, get to the high point. You get knocked off. And so that was part of it as well, the physics. That whole thing of yeah, the stand too long in one place, you get hit by a squirrel, it'll knock you and push you off things, and if you visit, I mean, it's 5 out of 10. I mean, I don't even know where they all are on this map. I made the map years ago, and it's only, I don't have a memory of the map, so to speak. I know there's stuffs in places. Okay.
You are
Okay.
to be
There we go. Now
alive.
it gets interesting.
I do not shoot you.
And of course,
You are lucky to be
I
alive.
just random.
I prefer to shoot
Just got tapped. Good. Okay, so where are they? You gotta pick up everything.
you. You look better with a fan.
So I found a spawn. There's a turret up there, and there's a turret up there, so when you hear that, that means there's a really big squirrel around. You hear that? It means it wants to eat. And I'm not going to do any damage to that thing. That's what you have. You have to get these quad points. The quad damage pickups. It's just a given. And to me, this sort of gameplay, it's relaxing, and then it can get very intense, and then it's only when I've been playing this game way too many There we go. Alright. No, I haven't watched it yet. He just came up behind me. Hey, I got a map high score. Woohoo! Like, the only other person that's actually, this map was added like after everyone stopped playing. So, but Halloward here, he opened the map and they went, nah. It was an achievement that wasn't going to get anywhere. But he's on every map. Kudos. Respect, man, respect. I mean, it's really cool because like the stats on the game is like, it's interesting, people that spend 15 minutes with it or 10 minutes with it and go, because because they didn't take the time to actually get into the game. You know, it's not one of those instant gratification games. This is one of those games where if I don't know, it's very, very niche type game, but it has its moments, and when it does, I mean, I still have those moments, like, you know, when I'm playing it, but all I want to do is, because I cleared all the achievements, I need to make sure that every achievement in the game is doable, and when I get the time, that's my goal. So I have to complete every mission, because every mission is an achievement, and every achievement represents some type of reward or a hat or something. I need to add more, but yeah, that's it. It's just that, you know, and having hats. So I'll disable the quiet 4000 and just have normal killer mutant squirrels, mutant skins. If I can get up there. I wonder if I can go up there. So the crouch jump is a thing in this game. Yeah, that's without the augmented reality overlay. No. Can I get up? Yes. Okay. Obviously, I've got to get up higher, and so that's part of the. It's just they do weird things, man. I gave them a freaking squirrel brain that just wants to kill you most of the time. And okay, no, that's it. I'm not gonna get anywhere. So maybe there's a strategy, you know, try to land on a little ledge. I mean, come on. It's like the oldest old school glider gameplay ever. I've been to this one. Okay, I'm gonna have to get, because yeah, again, I have to make sure that I can actually get 10 of these intel pickups. Like, investigate as many. Oh, come on. And yeah, the squirrel sounds are actual squirrel sounds slowed down. Every sound that comes up, don't mess around with those. That's also how I could control. I kind of tried to control people trying to go over the edge of the map. Most time you put up fences. Sometimes you just put up turrets. You know, I'm sure that people can get off the edge of the map. I mean, it's not like I spent that much time caring about people going off the edge of the map like it's some major thing. Yeah, like that there, the most hilarious vertical wall ever. It's one of those things like, how did they build that? Aliens, man. Aliens. See, you know, there are how did they build that? See, yeah. I'm sure you guys don't know what you know. So I'm playing first person. It's a very strange weapon system. The weapon system is an experiment, and I just got used to it, right? And most people hate it, but it's the attached camera, you know. Yeah, it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me to figure out. I mean, there's so many problems with it, like when you use the scope, it's not actually on the center of the screen. But to get it to shoot straight, oh god, it's just sometimes they just come up and stare at you. They don't always attack. They're not always in attack mode, and it, you know, it's not a glitch. It's sort of happenstance. So much of this game is just happenstance. Look, I need to get bearings. You know, there was, hey, you know, a map, like, but I decided, oh, I didn't need a map. You know, my excuse was, yeah, I can do the maps, and most of these had maps and overlays, but there was never enough time to, never enough time to, that's pretty much the story of everything, that there's never enough time to finesse them enough. And it took out, because I knew how crappy the game was, but also how fun it was, and because of this, nice hat, man.
You look better with a head.
Each hat give each AI a personality. Like, you know, the hats are how they get controlled. So the different factions and sub-factions have hats, and it gives the androids the personalities of the hats. But then I was like, nah, they all have to just, I don't know. I didn't get enough time to explore that much, but I think it's another stupid idea for a very stupid game that is just too much. Sorry, I just laughed when. I won't swear. Squirrels. Why squirrels? Could have been anything. I suppose it's because it was the first, you know. Again, if any of you watch the story is that this was supposed to be a nature versus man game where the players all played animals, and you know, you have like 2 human players, right, and you know, as many animal players as you can fit onto a server, and the animals, all they can do is do stuff within reason of the animal, like, you know, and your goal was to, you know, basically exploit the human to your own advantage and then wipe them out. Meanwhile, you know, it was survival based, and that, yeah, you could simulate being a squirrel, and you know, I had squirrels, and so one day I'm just playing a squirrel, saying, okay, what would it be like if every player on the server played a squirrel, and you had, you know, 30 squirrels, and that was pretty much, you know, the AI brain. You know, I couldn't spawn more than 30 without, you know, resorting to like not mesh-based, but texture-based or material-based animations, animated materials as the animations, which I thought would be really cool. There's a lot of extra steps to generate those, but I didn't think I needed that many. It's not like I was going to render 200 squirrels on the screen at once. It was never the plan. This game just happened by accident. Because I was testing out the human, and it just happened that the model I was using, you know, it was just a standard model and a standard rifle, and the squirrels were chasing me. I was on a side of a mountain, shot it, and it pinged up and hit a tree, and bounced down the mountainside, and I died laughing. I don't know. I just thought it was the funniest thing I ever seen. I don't know why. It is maybe madness. I think it's just ragdoll physics is possible, but under certain circumstances, it's even, you know. And come on, I suppose it's not. I mean, I've watched a few other people play this game, and they get a good laugh out of it, and that's the whole point of this game. Is it made me laugh, and I worked on it. Flyby sound effects. See, they can pretty much get to everywhere. certain distance you have to be from the ground. And sometimes, yeah, they get stuck running face down. No, maybe it's just that one. The legs to run face to the ground if they can try. Yeah, once they get that leveled up. So the game changes. You know, it goes through its stages. 6. Where are they? I'm just running in circles at the moment. I should probably... Don't get stuck down there. Time to run the gauntlet of squirrels. Maybe I need to put more statues. I think I'm just doubling back a lot. It's being able to climb this mountain. And I know there's a way to get up there. I mean, I've done it, but maybe I just gotta focus a bit more. I'm not used to streaming. I'm not gonna get up that way. And I'm back to that chasm. So this is I wanted to make come on, every little I get 1 health for that. Oh gosh. Too close. I wanted to make it so yeah, you can run away forever. I didn't want to make it so like so you can kind of control the pace of the game, and you have to learn the strategies yourself. But you know, I mean, I suppose no one's gonna watch this anyway, and maybe it's good for me just to talk to myself about it, because yeah, it was only through doing these videos before. You realize how bad the game is, but then how good it is as well. So it's somewhere in the middle. I don't know. And you know, a floating mushroom or come on. Okay. So obviously I haven't been around here because I haven't collected out all of this. So this is sort of a new area. Hopefully there's also like this map sort of is the place to use that, but I didn't plan it that way. Like I didn't plan, hey, I'm gonna make a map for that, or this was created to play for that map. Now I could have done that, but this game is made from happenstance, so you know, I have been here before, and you know, the only reason to that's usually how it ends. I had no health packs. I got a high score again. Okay. Yeah. Once you get those multipliers up, you can really get those scores. But 6 out of 10. So when it comes down to it, like if I don't want to continue, there's something wrong. Like I need to compress that, gameplay time down to, maybe half it. And say, look, I only have to get 5 intel out of 10. And also to create more obvious ways to get to the other intel. So this map, again, randomly generated, quickly thrown together. Gosh, maybe I had 3 days on it, 4 days. Yeah. It wasn't even in the game for a long time. So anyway, always something to do. Like, I'll be working on this game like forever. Well, I mean, I don't get to work on it that often. I mean, now it's like once every couple of months I can spend some time, but I've got to play and review and fix. That's the endless dev cycle. No. I shall reduce the requirement. So that's like an achievement that's got to the point of where if it's not like if getting the achievement isn't fun, at that point where you die and you go, I need just one more. And this way, I've been around the map, and I need to put more landmarks on the map so you can really know, hey, I'm at this part of the map, and yes, I've been here before. And that's the Valley Scrolls needs that. So again, I'd like to do. I mean, that was a long couple of hauls there. Yeah. I mean, that init there, the init camera location has a lot to do with the positioning of the map. I did something, I broke something that if I change the position of the map, well, I suppose a select all would do as well, and I can just shift it. But yeah, that opening, I'll have to try that. I'm not too fussed about those things, but the main thing for me is building this replay system, because I don't know, it's something I had to do, and it's still got a few bugs, but I'm just gonna let this stream go, and I'm just gonna play this. Now this is the one map that doesn't have much random music in it. It's just, this is the theme for this map. Most of them just have random set lists depending on the difficulty. But again, this map was thrown in later. I've got to add more places on the map. I mean, I know there's a few homes and things. I mean, these maps are big. So okay. I need more hats. There's not that many hats on the marketplace. I need more hats. Yeah. This is but every time I imagine it and tell the stories in my head about this universe, it makes me laugh. Like how I guess like sort of Douglas Adams, the absurdity and like the absurdity of it all, and that, come on, if AI ever started having the ability to autonomously conduct its own experiments, knows? Maybe they'd mutate squirrels. The funny thing about that is so this game to walk that fine line of it sits in a place of just like it's try hard, but I didn't try hard, but I tried hard as I could, or no, I could try harder. It's just time. You gotta make money. I can make money making video games, and I knew that from the start. And so I got really offended when people were like, "Oh, you're just trying to make money on it." And I know it's not gonna make money. I put a price on it to, because it's not worthy of the, if you go, it's free. It's got to be worth something, To me, that's what it's worth. Whether it sells or not, I don't care. That's what it's worth to me, as in the value of the game itself. If people don't see the value, that's fine. Those that have found those moments, I mean, for me, that's enough right there. That's a real squirrel sound slowed down. So each of the squirrels has a different volume of their chatter in sounds. And there's this one clip. It sounds exactly like it's laughing and slow. And I just went, hey, every one of these squirrel sounds are real squirrels, slowed down or pitch shifted. And massaged a bit, of course, but I didn't want to spend hours and hours on squirrel sounds, because I've probably put in, I'd say maybe 8,000 hours. That's not including playtesting over 5 years. So that's probably a conservative effort. Estimate. And I think you can see the geometric of I could go through and smooth out every rough edge, put in, and that's where most of the time comes in. It's satisfying, to me it is anyway. Trying to puzzle and jump your way up the side of the mountain is a staple to me. It's part of it. Although I was so close, I didn't even know how close I was until. Because if you get hit and you're gliding, you'll get knocked down. It knocks you down, so to speak. I thought of adding in grappling hooks, but jumping and gliding. That was enough for this game. I didn't feel the need.
You look better for a keg.
Again, there's a lot of trees. If I have to check every single, I can't do that. But anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping, and I'm gonna put this in slow-mo.